What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Mo P.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Mo P. Welcome back to the channel. Today I have my good friend Norm here from Imcars, and we're gonna do something a little bit different today. It's not a review, it's not an unboxing, it's not a setup video, but just a social shisha hangout, talk a little bit about cars and other things.
We are smoking shisha though, and that's maybe what we should start this podcast with. What are we smoking?
So today we have the Mob Box that we did a review on, and in it we have a Dahlia Lady Killer with some Space Smoke Lychee King to top it off.
Sounds like what we smoke fairly often. So nothing out of the ordinary there.
Yeah.
And we are smoking this with the Mob Box that I have, so something I'm most accustomed to.
Yeah. Tell me what you think about this flavor. I don't think we've smoked it with this much of the lychee in it. I put a little bit more than we did before.
It's really smooth.
Yeah.
Like really smooth.
I think the thing I like about this flavor a lot is that it has like, I think 4 different fruity flavors and mint mixed together. It's like mango, melon, mint, and something else.
It's very refreshing, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Especially after a nice meal that we just had from our...
Cut, we're eating healthy.
Oh, it is healthy. They're not fried. All right, so we had wings from our favorite spot. Shout out YYC Halal Wings. Yeah, they do these dry fry wings that are super non-greasy. I think they must be like air frying them. Like they're consistent every time. They're like crispy. Like the seasoning's the same every time. I think that's why.
This is a sponsored ad, by the way. This is a sponsored ad.
Somehow we need to get it sponsored.
Yeah, YYC Halal Wings. If you're watching this and want to sponsor Mo's channel, comment below. We'd love to have you sponsor the channel anytime. We will rep your wings harder than we rep them now. That's for sure.
And we already rep them and like
they are delicious. If anyone wants good wings downtown, they are really good.
Yeah.
So with that, we haven't been out to smoke shisha in a long, maybe the odd time this year, and that's it.
Yeah, and that was like just recently too.
Yeah.
So like because of the pandemic and everything and lockdown and such, like, and like places have been open for a while here in Calgary, but honestly, it's been a lot nicer, I think, smoking at home than going out to places.
Yeah.
You know?
We're antisocial.
Pretty.
And it's cheaper.
Yeah.
And you don't need to leave your house. Or you don't even need to get dressed in some people's cases.
But we ain't even wearing pants right now.
Yeah, we're not wearing pants. It's a no pants party. And Zach, if you're watching this, you're invited next time.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. And then even like, I find when I go to these places, maybe I'm just getting old, but I find like they always have the music like cranked and stuff. Here we listen to whatever we want, watch whatever we want.
You look good for 21 though.
Hey,
right? You look good for 21. Yeah, you look good for 21, so, it's creeping up on us though. We're getting up there, right?
Slowly. But yeah, so we're here in downtown Calgary.
Yep. Got the tower there, lit up red right behind us.
You know, I love those RGBs, so I'm like very appreciative of the Calgary Tower and the TELUS building?
Yeah, TELUS Spark behind it. It's got super cool, I guess, light patterns, light designs going on it all the time. Looks super sick.
You know, like I'm from just east of Toronto originally, so like I'm always comparing other cities to Toronto. But so when I look at Calgary, I like Calgary as a small city. I feel like it's a nice small city. Like you have everything that you really need. There obviously isn't as much to do as Toronto, but it's a nice city. I think it's a good looking city. It's clean. Like I enjoy living here. It's good. And I think what I really like about it is the car scene.
Car scene here is pretty good.
Car scene here is like, I think because it's also a smaller city, it's very like close knit. So,
everyone knows each other by their cars here. So it's like you may not know who, like Ali is or whatever, but you'll be like, oh, the black M3 with these wheels or whatever it is, or the orange M5. Like everyone will know one car, and that's how you know the owner. So that's like really cool about Calgary is that's how people know each other here, right?
Yeah.
So
I feel like so many people too, like you'll know them by their IG handle, so like you'll be at a car meet and like you'll know them, but like
yeah, you
only
don't know their
IG
name,
handle.
you just know their Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably a lot for me. Like a lot of people know my Instagram, but they don't know me behind the Instagram, right? So
Yeah.
it's like, hey, are you Imcars? Like, that's me. What's up?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely check out Imcars on Instagram and especially on YouTube.
We've got a really big video dropping probably before this video comes out.
Alright,
So when
yeah.
you watch this video, my video will be live. We are revealing a V12 hypercar. Not hypercar. V12 supercar on the channel Saturday, October 23rd.
All right, the Saturday relative
Saturday.
to, so today's what, Wednesday. October
20th.
20th. I'm looking forward to that. I like the Saturday morning videos because you know I got my coffee going, and man, sometimes if I'm feeling a little dangerous, I might even light a shisha in the morning. You know?
Ooh.
Depending how the night before was.
That sounds like a good vlog for Mo.
Yeah.
Smoking shisha, watching his favorite YouTubers on Saturday morning. Who are your favorite YouTubers? Car related.
Car related. Okay, so obviously I am
Doug DeMuro, obviously. Doug DeMuro, absolutely Mo's his number one fan. 100%.
Okay, I'll say this. I'll watch Doug DeMuro before I'll watch Stradman.
Okay.
Okay?
I think most people would.
Yeah.
Well, obviously.
I don't know, Stradman, like, I'm a calm dude, you know what I mean? So, like, to, like, listen to Stradman, that is just going off, and it's, like, a lot of energy for me to...
He's always 11 out of 10,
Yeah.
but that's what gets him views and excitement on the channel, and it works for him.
Yeah.
Right? So.
And I do think about that when I'm doing these videos, because
Yeah.
I'm just, like, naturally quiet person, so, like,
Yeah.
I need to pick it up a little bit and turn it up a little bit, you know, so...
That's the same for me. I'm really quiet, but then like even right now I'm upping my tone, I'm upping my voice, and I do the same thing on mine. So, like it just gets people's attention a lot better, and you're better at it though. I can tell, like even just after a couple videos.
Nah.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, for sure.
It's gassing me up. But no, I like RDBLA.
Definitely RDB.
They're one of my favorites. I think I like them because for
Sarkis.
Sarkis is number one. Okay, we gotta like somehow get Sarkis like knowing about this video here, but Sarkis makes that channel. And then the cars they do are like just amazing.
They
stuff.
work on the craziest cars in LA, and they do like by far the cleanest builds.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing.
The quality is bar none.
Yeah, there's nothing questionable about what they do. Every build they do, whether it's like a Lamborghini or like some weird SUV, like just like an X5 or whatever, their builds are sick. Like sick. Very tasteful.
Their new shop is so nice.
Yeah.
And I like the transparency in their work too.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they make it known everything they do, and yeah. Who else? What other YouTubers car related do you like?
And then DDE. I like DDE videos. I feel like they're entertaining. They do a good job vlogging. Their cars are sick. You know, to see like these supercars and then modded and then driven hard. It's nice to see, you know?
Yeah.
And recently, thanks to Whistling Diesel. What did it for me with Whistling Diesel was his Hilux videos. Like, because I love Toyota trucks. And
so anyone that doesn't know Whistling Diesel, he's basically, his whole premise of his channel is mainly focused on diesel trucks, destroying them.
Yeah.
And destroying nice trucks. Like, you know, he does destroy some kind of whatever beater trucks, but he'll buy like $100,000 SEMA build truck and take it through like a 10-part destruction series, basically testing anything you can imagine on it. And he makes it very entertaining. He's very funny. His sense of humor is different, but like it works.
Yeah, I like it.
And then he does stuff like with his Hilux series that you're like, it's actually informative because you're like blown away at how undestructive this truck is. But then he does stuff that you're like, what? Like dropping it 10,000 feet from a helicopter. Like, what? Like,
and especially because like Top Gear did that series on it too. So for him to, you know, kind of test for himself how durable this truck is, and then for him being like, you know, a big Duramax diesel fan, to then appreciate this little Toyota diesel truck, you know, it's
It's cool.
To
Yeah,
show
it's
how
cool.
sick of a truck that is, and like it's just cool to see him how he reacts to it.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see when he
Yeah.
picks up his new one, his
does
new old one.
He does have a new Hilux. Yeah.
Yeah,
Who else for auto YouTubers?
those are my main ones.
Yeah.
I think. I'm trying to think if there's any others. I think those are the main ones. I like watching like the Hooligan channel too. I like seeing those like weird drag races that
Yeah.
they do. I don't know how staged all of this stuff is, but it's still
100%
Yeah.
staged. For
So it's
anyone
still
that
fun to
doesn't
watch.
know about YouTube, everything you see is staged.
Yeah. And
This
then-
is staged right now. We set up this whole thing and it's entirely staged.
staged but not scripted.
Yeah, not scripted, no.
And then not so much a channel, but I like watching videos about the Gumball Runs.
Okay.
I love those videos. And like the one that we watched together where they had that sleeper car, I think it was like a Mercedes, but they made it look like a Camry.
Okay, yeah.
Remember? I think it was
Yeah.
an E-Class.
Yeah, E63, but then they like got rid of all the like carbon fiber. They got rid of all the, like the red calipers. Anything that
Yeah.
made it look AMG, they completely sleepered it out. Wrapped weird parts of the taillights and headlights so
Yeah.
it didn't look like an E63 and it just completely flew under the radar. And of course,
Literally.
it's fully, like the inside of it has, I'm gonna guess, $50,000 minimum of like electronics for like anti-radar detection, night vision, anything you can name, like just to do basically a record run from New York. Is it New York to LA or LA to New York?
I don't know.
New York to LA, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. And they try to set a record. It's like a big thing called Gumball Run, and the record's like 25 hours now.
Yeah.
New York to LA, 25 hours. I think
insane.
yeah, I'm thinking the normal time, if you normally did it like as a family stopping, it's probably like 4 days, 5 days. And so somebody's doing it in basically 1 day nonstop,
Yeah.
which is crazy. On that topic, there is actually an electric car cannonball, same thing.
Oh, no way.
And the record's like not much behind it. It's like 32 hours, including like charging and everything.
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
That's very impressive.
Man, electric cars have come a long way. Even in like, it's cool to see them now in that supercar realm.
Yeah, everything. I mean, new
With, like,
Bugatti,
hybrids.
new Bugatti Rimac collaboration. The next one's fully electric.
Right.
2,000 horsepower, fully electric.
What's
Everything's
the
going that way.
coolest electric car that you see in Calgary?
Fully electric.
Fully electric, not hybrid.
What
in
fully
any
electric?
What do we even have out here? P1?
That's not fully electric.
No, it's not, eh?
It's got a gas engine.
Oh, okay.
The only thing fully electric on the road that's cool is like a Tesla.
Yeah?
Like, I'm sure there's a Plaid driving around.
Yeah, I guess so.
And that's it. There's not too many full electric cars, like Taycons.
Yeah.
That's it. There's not too many full electric stuff on the road. Lots of hybrid, obviously.
Mm. Yeah, I guess hybrids now we have SF90s.
Yeah, SF90s. We've got P1s in town. We've got LaFerraris in town. We've got 918s.
There's a LaFerrari in town?
There's 5 LaFerraris in town.
No way. That's pretty impressive for Calgary. Like, this is, like I said, it's a small city. But there's quite a bit of money.
Yep. What else is the Regera is hybrid,
Okay, yeah.
and we've got a Regera.
Yeah. That was so cool to see at a Cars and Coffee. To see that thing on the road.
Yeah, to see a Regera moving was like incredible. Like parked was like one thing, and then when it actually started moving, you're just like, oh my god.
That's a lot of money. Like, what did we said they start at 3 million Canadian?
US.
Oh, US.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 million US. And like this one was like full exposed carbon. Man, it looked hot.
It was probably like somewhere between 4 to 4.5 US for that car, so like
Wow.
5.5 to 6 Canadian. So
Yeah, that's a lot of money to see on the road.
when you think
But like it did sound weird though with that single drive transmission, whatever it has. So I didn't love that part. It obviously still sounds good, looks amazing.
Yeah.
But to like not hear it shift gears when he ripped it, that was a little.
If the Koenigsegg executives are watching, and you want to let one of us drive one of your cars, I would love to, because Mo's apparently not a fan. So Koenigsegg executives, Christian, yeah, just reach out to me in the comments.
Yeah.
Don't worry about Mo.
I'll come help film it.
There you go. Yeah,
I'll be on the sidelines
that'd be an
smoking some
epic car to
shisha and
drive,
filming.
though, or do
Yeah.
anything with. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, that's cool to know that there's a lot of Ferraris out here.
There's a lot of crazy cars in Calgary. Just most of them, like at that level, are owned by, I wouldn't say enthusiasts. They're owned by obviously like people with money, and generally that's going to fall into like an older crowd. So it's people that have bought them as investments and have just kind of stored them away, right? So it's not like, it's very rare for us to see a car like that.
Yeah.
Whereas like if you're in LA, for example, you can go to a Cars and Coffee and there'll be like multiple LaFerraris, multiple P1s, multiple 918s, because it's like totally different there. It's like young guys can go and finance one and whoop-de-dee. Right?
Yeah.
So
Because even like we were saying Ferrari F40s, you said there's like a lot of those in town.
there's 8 or 9 F40s in Calgary.
Yeah. But yeah,
And
they say
there's-
like I've never seen one on the road.
Yeah. And I've only ever seen them at like Cars and Coffee or at Hulu. And there's one F50 here, Glenn's.
Right.
But that's a lot rarer car than the F40.
Right.
Like 1/6 of the production.
Oh wow.
So
Nice.
with the topic of F40s and F50s, a channel that I really love is We Are Curated out of Florida. John Tamarian, he specializes in like vintage supercars like the F40, F50, Bugatti EV110, XJ220, Lamborghini.
Yeah, their collection is insane.
Yeah, like they have like, I want to say 15 to 20 cars like that, and like the worst car that they'll have there is like, I don't even know, like the worst car they'll take like a regular like Murcielago in trade and just like wholesale it. Like, they're like, this is not this is not what we want here. Like, yeah, they specialize in like true, very collectible, like only the best examples with ultra low mileage, good history, unique stories, unique ownership history, like just weird stuff like that. So that's a really good channel. Very informative, that channel.
I think another one that you really like, I like too, is Manny Koshman.
Yeah, Manny Koshman, another guy.
Crazy bunch.
Yeah, based out of Newport Beach. So he's a real estate investor and has like a collection of probably 15 to 20 mainly hypercars. And the very unique thing about Manny's collection is most of his cars are like one of ones. So the Picani, the Bugatti, and his Speedtail are all like one of one collaborations with Hermes, the clothing designer. He's got like 9 SLR McLarens, like just like, yeah, crazy stuff. He's got 2 other Bugattis. What else does he have?
He's got a lot of stuff.
He's got a lot of stuff. And like he buys them as like art and investments, even though he is a car guy, right? So his Pagani in 2015, it just has 120 miles on it. So he like drives it around the block. And
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It'd be cool to have, a collection like that. Like, just to be around those cars is nice. You just appreciate the art, the engineering.
And the story, like a lot of these cars have stories, like whether it's at how it was built or who it was built for or how it got to wherever it is now. Like a lot of them have very unique stories, right? Like think about his collection today. Imagine his collection in 100 years from now when like Manny's no longer around. I mean, maybe Manny might be around. Right? He might have some special
Today's technology.
Yeah, he might have some special pill he takes, but like imagine a collection like that in 100 years where it's like a one of one of the ultimate hypercar at the time.
Yeah.
Right? Like I couldn't even imagine where those cars will be or what they'll be worth. Like I'm thinking that Pagani's probably worth close to $10 million today. So think about in 100 years what that car is worth. Like that's gonna be a big money number, whatever it is, right?
It's so hard to judge what like the future will be like in the automotive world. Like, do you think everything will be just full electric?
Yes.
Yeah. That's the way.
Because the government's regulating it globally,
Right.
Yes, that's why these manufacturers are going that way. Obviously, there is benefits to it outside of the environmental impact. Like obviously electric gives you power, gives you torque, it gives you performance. So there is that kind of benefit. It's not really a bad thing. But you think about like gas engines in 20 years when they're no longer a thing, sold new at least, how like weird that will be for like children to grow up with full electric cars and then have like some crazy V8 or V10 or V12 go by them. Like what? Like you know what I mean? That's a weird thing, right?
Man, the roads would be so quiet.
Yeah, that's the thing. Roads would be quiet. Like, yeah, it's very. That's what I'm very curious. Like in 20 years, what that'll be like, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then you think like they're out getting rid of pretty much manuals. They're pretty much out of every car now, except for like entry level stuff. But any of the cool like hypercar stuff, Porsche is like the only manufacturer making a manual still.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't even think you can get one in you can still get one in like an M3, new M3 or new M4. Mercedes is completely done with manual. So like even that, manual transmissions like a thing in the past, right?
Yeah. It's crazy to see how far along manual transmissions have come. I remember my dad having like an old Malibu with like a 3-speed on like a column.
Yeah, 3 on the tree, 4 on the floor. Yeah, like it's crazy.
I had that 78 Rabbit.
Okay.
Volkswagen Rabbit.
Yeah, I remember that.
Naturally aspirated diesel. I think it was like 60 horsepower with a 4-speed transmission. Man, yeah, it's just crazy to see how far along all cars have come.
Oh.
Yeah. What would you say the coolest car, aside from potentially the one that you'll be revealing?
Well, it's not potential,
been,
it's getting here.
yeah. That you guys have had at Imcars.
Man, we've had so many cool cars. They're all like cool in different ways, right? Like we've had a Ferrari Testarossa there. So if you want like something vintage cool, that's probably the coolest.
Okay.
We had that 930 Turbo factory slant nose.
Yeah.
Same thing, like right from that era. Very cool. I think the Testarossa is kind of cooler.
Yeah.
In terms of modern stuff, what's the coolest? Man, I don't know. That's a hard question.
Okay, what's the coolest SUV you guys have had?
G550 4x4 scooter. Yeah, we had one like right when they first came out in 17, and they were going for like 400 grand, and we had one right then, and that was like so cool.
Okay.
So cool.
What's been your favorite car under 100,000 Canadian? Yeah. I'm asking the hard questions.
I don't know. Favorite car under 100?
Yeah.
Maybe the Evo 9 we had.
Yeah, that was.
We had like the cleanest Evo 9 with like low miles. Was like immaculate. It had a ton of modifications, but they were all like really, really, really high-end stuff.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just like
a virus kit, right? Is that the one?
No, not that one. That was a cool one. That was an Evo 10.
Oh, okay.
The wide body. Yeah, we had a really clean Evo 10 too.
Oh, yeah,
Mo will put a picture up right here.
Yeah.
You know how to put a picture up?
I'll figure it out.
Well, Mo will put a picture up right here of the 9 and then the 10.
Yeah.
No, the 10 was cool, but we had a 9, which is the previous gen, only sold in U.S. market and European markets. So it was never sold in Canada. So when we had that, it was like a unicorn. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, the owner we sold it to wrote it off.
Oh, no way. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So most of these cars are rebuild title because people do exactly that. So we had like a clean, nicely modified, low mile one with a clean title, no accidents, nothing. Got all the money for it. And then, it was like 2 or 3 months later, young guy we sold it to wrote it off.
Well, what happened?
Yeah, I felt bad. I actually felt really bad about that. That'd probably be the coolest car under 100 grand. And it was only like 40-ish. 40, 45. That was a cool car.
Alright, yeah. Okay, how about under 200? Between 100 and 200?
Coolest car, maybe we had a red manual transmission Gallardo.
Okay.
That was like really weird spec because it was red with a red and blue interior.
Okay.
And then yellow calipers on carbon ceramic brakes, which in 07, like carbon ceramics weren't a thing. They were like just coming out on weird cars.
Right.
And it was a gated 6-speed car. So like very unique, very rare, perfect condition. We found out why it was such a weird spec was it was spec'd by a customer who I believe was like, I want to say like Croatian, but it was his country's colors were yellow, red, and blue. So that's why you had the yellow caliper, red and blue interior with the red exterior. And Lamborghini Montreal, who sold the car new, asked to use it in the 2006 or 2007 Montreal Auto Show. So it was in the auto show.
Oh, okay, cool.
Don't have a picture of him in the auto show, but picture of the car.
Post that up. Nice. Yeah, lots of cool cars have come through Imcars.
Lots of cool cars, lots more to come.
Yeah.
Right?
I think one of my favorites was definitely that SEMA Supra. That was a cool car.
Yeah.
Just because it was like, had that Fast and Furious vibe to it, you know, the tuner theme, had the air ride, nice big single turbo, right?
Yep, single turbo.
Yeah, that was cool.
I'm not a JDM guy, but like if you like Supras, this is essentially like the coolest Supra in Canada.
Yeah.
Like 100% the coolest.
Yeah. And it was cool that it was like a Canadian built car too.
Yep, built by a tuner out of Winnipeg. He's got a big following on Instagram, and he's got a bunch of cool cars now.
Yeah.
He bought a new gen NSX.
Oh, no way.
He bought a Liberty Walk GTR, R35, and he's got a, I don't think Liberty Walk, but maybe a, I don't know which wide body kit, but RCF wide body.
Oh, nice.
So he's got like a cool fleet of 3 like kind of very unique cars, right? So
it's nice to see also customers coming back to you guys, like trading up, or you know what I mean, and then getting that same car back into your inventory.
That's like my favorite thing, when we like sell a car that we really liked having there, and then we get it back, because it's like, you know the car, you know the story, it's easy to sell again. And
the cool thing about like this market in the last 2 years is that things aren't really depreciating. If anything, they're going up in value, which is not super common with all cars.
Yep.
You know?
It's like, if you bought anything like a year ago, whatever it is, it doesn't matter if it's like run-of-the-mill whatever, a truck, a car, a minivan, like it doesn't matter, it's worth more today.
Yep.
Right? Like,
yeah, so someone I know, they had like a new F-150 that they bought like maybe 2-3 years ago. And
shout out brand.
Yeah, shout out brand. But like the Ford store called them and was like, hey, we'll give you more than what you paid for it.
Same thing with brands.
And we'll get you in a new truck.
Yeah, same thing. It's like,
so yeah, she just went for it.
It's like, bought a 19 F-150 new for like 38 grand or something.
Right.
And it's like, it's 2 years old now with whatever, 20K on it. And it's like easily worth 45 to a dealer.
Crazy.
Probably more, like if you really shopped it. But yeah, it's like, what market is that?
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, if anybody out there has any cool cars and you know you're looking to sell, hit up Imcars.
If you want to sell us your car, let me know.
Now's definitely the time to sell.
Yeah, now that's the thing, like the market is gonna soften. Not saying it's gonna crash, but it is gonna soften, so if you want to sell something, now's the time to do it, right?
Yep. I'm not selling my Volkswagen, okay?
Well, everything is for sale for the right price.
Everything,
So let's talk about that. Well, how much do you want for your Volkswagen? Sell it today.
Honestly, if I got like 15 for it today, I would sell it.
So it's for sale, 15 grand.
Yeah.
Firm. No negotiation.
Coolest TDI in town.
There you go. Yeah.
We're talking slam. We got the rally lights on it.
Picture right here.
It's, what else we got? We got that stage 2 tune, full straight pipe.
And it's fast. It's fast.
It's not bad. You know, it's nice having that like reliability and you know the fuel economy. Like if you baby it, you're getting 1,200 kilometers out of a 50-liter tank. I think that's pretty amazing. I
have filled up the car downstairs every day for 3 days.
No way. Wow.
So, my car is not fuel efficient.
No.
3 days in a row, I literally filled it up all
Probably
day.
start it and like watch the needle drop a little bit.
It's like at TikTok, it's like when gas prices today start, it's like boom, $20 right there.
Yeah, pretty much. Man, gas prices just like shot up.
I don't even know, what are they, 190 or something?
Man, I don't know if it's that high, but I think it's getting up there. Like I filled up diesel the other day and it was the most I've ever spent. I think it's just about $70 for a full tank.
If any gas companies want to sponsor us,
Yeah.
we'll happily shout you out in a video or lots of videos.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, sir.
So, Squid Games.
I have not watched Squid
You've
Games.
not watched Squid Games.
I might watch it just because it's not that long. But right now I have not.
Well, like, watch the first episode if you're bored. If you don't like it, you don't like it.
Yeah.
Right? There's nothing forcing you to watch it. That's how I kind of thought. I'm like, I'll watch the first episode. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna watch it. If I like it, I'll keep watching it. I definitely finished it.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. It kind of, the ending was dull, but whatever.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I might just check it out. It was like Tiger King. Like there were so many memes about Tiger
Yeah.
King, so finally I just caved and I just watched it.
That's why
I loved it.
Yeah, that's why I had to
That's
watch
so
Squid
good.
Games. It's like I didn't understand any of the memes.
Right.
You're just like, what? Like,
Well, I
Tiger
feel
King
like-
had way more though.
Yeah. Yeah, Tiger King had a lot. So good. But yeah, I think I'll watch Squid Games one of
There
these
you go.
days.
I'll be addicted before you know it.
Yeah. We'll see if the hype is real. But yeah. So, are you gonna be a Squid Game character for Halloween?
I think so. I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna be front man.
Alright.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be front man. And if I hold a Halloween party, I'm gonna try to make it somewhat Squid.
Party.
Yeah, a legal party.
Illegal party, yeah.
Legal party.
Oh, legal.
Legal party. It's gonna maybe be Squid Games themed.
Okay,
Maybe I'm
okay.
trying to think that out.
Alright. Then I definitely have to watch it.
Or just play the game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to see finally like there's a lot more TV content coming out too. As this pandemic is, I don't even know if I'd say it's winding down, but stabilizing, I have no idea.
I feel like life's pretty normal.
Well, it's pretty normal.
Yeah, like it's there's no more like, at least in the majority of the population, there's no more fear, and it's kind
For
of
the
like,
most part,
yeah. So that's good. As you know, shit goes back to normal. Great.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of good has come out of it for myself personally and the people that I've been around.
Yeah, same here.
You know, I feel like a lot of industries have been a lot busier.
Pretty much every industry, doesn't matter what it is,
Yeah.
has like flourished in the last year and a half. Right?
Yeah, it's so strange. And like even with like these shortages of whatever supplies, it's still been good.
Well, it creates like, when the supply is down,
Mhm.
it creates like urgency amongst people, right?
Right.
Like, doesn't matter if it's like you're selling lumber or you're selling cars, and you're just like, look, the price is 40% higher right now,
Mhm.
and if you don't want it, like, I'll have it sold tomorrow. Right?
Yeah.
Like, whether it's car or lumber, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Like, it will be sold. It's not gonna be here. Like, take what you can get, right?
Right.
So there's a lot of urgency amongst like consumer demand, which is nice, right?
Mhm. Yeah. I think for me too, like thinking about it is like if I'm gonna be in lockdown, whenever it ends, like I don't want to come out of it in a worse situation than I was when it started.
Yeah.
You know, and like mainly I'm talking about like say health.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to come out of it weaker, you know, so I've used most of the time to, you know, eat better, to try to sleep better, exercise, and just like live generally healthier, you know. Aside from the shisha, okay, I'm not gonna say
But
shisha's
that's, I
healthy,
don't even
but,
think that this is
but honestly,
unhealthy, really. Yeah.
yeah, like we were doing this thing called 75 Hard by Andy Frisella
Yeah.
for a while, and like we were running every single day, and like I didn't feel any effects on like my breathing or anything. Like I was
No.
totally fine.
Yeah, totally fine.
Yeah. Shout out to shisha.
Shout out to shisha. Man, we made 35 minutes. That flew by.
That did flew by. Yeah, that flew by. I think it's a good place to end it, though.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's like both of our bedtimes.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, you know what I mean? That's like I said, sleeping is part of being healthy, you know?
Yep. Big part of it.
Routine is key. But yeah, let's wrap this up. Thank you guys for watching. If in the future, you know, you want to see us talk about anything specific, definitely leave some comments below and we will address those issues. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, go over to Imcars on YouTube and Instagram, check out some videos, make sure you subscribe, and thank you for watching.
There you go.
Till next time. Peace.
So.